What's going on, everybody? What's up? It's your boy Bucky, and I'm here for a Thursday. What's going on, everybody? I hope we're all having a fantastic week. We are literally a week, not even a week, we're 6 days away from the big day, the big day. I hope we're all having a fantastic night. I hope we're all having a fantastic week. And tonight we're simply just going to have open conversation. We're just going to talk all things cruising and just get down to the nitty gritty of it. I don't know who had the $5 bet, but it wasn't me. Scott did not win this week. So there's that. Scott is in third place this week. Everyone got holiday cards in the mail. I hope you all have received those. If you haven't received those, it's the post office. What can I say? I may work for them. I just don't hand deliver everything. So with that being said, if you are in another country, it might be taking a little bit longer for you to get your holiday cards. I do apologize, but they are on their way. They are in the mailbox. The post office has them all. I have sent them all out. I think the last batch went out on Monday or Tuesday. So, let me let you on a little secret. This ain't no fake Bucky shirt, bro. This is a real Bucky shirt, and we can prove it. You ready? I will prove that it's a real Bucky shirt. See the back? See the back? See the Bucky's tag? And look, the sticker's still on it. I had my boy Chuck Spencer send me this stuff in the mail, who isn't going to be here because he's at work. But either way, it ain't no fake Bucky shirt. It's a real Bucky shirt. And just for that, Martin, I want your Christmas card back. I've had this for about a month now, and I was going to wear it on another live, and I was like, nah, I'll just wait till it gets closer to the holidays. I can dress a little festive. But let's get right to the chat. Let's say what's up to everybody. Lourdes in the house. She was the first one, followed by Gay, Scott McNeil, Cruise Nuts, Robin in the house, Martin, who is knocking my shirt, Mel is in the house. Oh, that is it. That is it. Everyone is here, and I'm sure more people will trickle in as it gets closer. But I'm a little offended that you're saying my stuff is fake. And just for that, now you got to go like the video. So make sure if you haven't done so, y'all smash that like button on the way in. I don't know if YouTube's telling you or not, but there's a goal set at the top of the screen. It's something new. I figured I'd beta test it out and see how it works and do a merch giveaway if we hit the goal. So if y'all hit that goal, we're going to do a merch giveaway before the year's out. Now, next Thursday is the Thursday after Christmas, and I don't know if there will be a live stream next week. So let's just assume that with Christmas being Wednesday, Hanukkah starting on Thursday, there will be no live stream next Thursday. If there is, you'll know. I'll definitely put some information out, or you'll see it on YouTube, and then I'll go live. But I don't know the plans for next week yet, so at the moment, there will be no live stream set up for next week. Thank you for the holiday cards. You are very welcome. I wasn't going to do holiday cards the way I usually do them this year. And then Chuck was like, yo, you need to do holiday cards. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I started doing holiday cards, and I was like, yeah, you know what? This was a good idea. So I got them all out in the mail. I'm happy they're all out. All of that stuff. Ocean the Ocean Travel in the house. What's going on, Bruce? I hope you and Cindy are having a fantastic night over there on the West Coast. Gay said I was first to hit the like. Look at that. Might not have been first here, but you were first to hit the like. I am awesome. All right with it all. First like, first comment, first everything. So I sent the cards out. That's all done. Everything here is going as smooth as it can be. The busy season's wrapping down at work. And it's getting closer to January, which means I can cruise again. Yay! I look forward to being able to get on another cruise ship in the very, very near future. So I wanted to leave it as open conversation since this is potentially the last live stream of 2024. Can you imagine how the 365 days has just flown by? I really don't get it. I put out the Creator Corner post for January. I scheduled that post to go live in the group on January 1st, and I'm just like, okay. I can't believe that 2024 is almost over. Lourdes, I did get your holiday card. Will G, what's going on, brother? Hope you're having a fantastic night. I did get your holiday card, Lourdes. I got a bunch of them the other day in the mail. Usually I tape them up here, but I didn't do that this year. I just have them all stationed across from me on the half wall over there with my Jack and Sally nutcrackers because, I'm a big Nightmare Before Christmas fan. So what better way to have some nutcrackers than it be Jack and Sally from the Nightmare Before Christmas. 2024 has gone by fast. 2024 went very fast, and if 25 is like anything in 24, then we're going to be in Alaska in no time. And that's a good thing, right? Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, we only got 1 year to go. 1 full year to go, and then we're in 26, and the group cruise is a few short months later. So I definitely look forward to everything that 25 has to offer. I look forward to the continued growth here, thanks to all the support of you guys. I really do appreciate all of it. And I look forward to seeing where 2025 takes us and how many ships it takes us on. As of right now, I think it's 6. But you never know. There's 12 months in a year, so why not 12 ships in a year, right? Other than that, nothing else has been going on. Everything's been pretty much the same. My brother came in over the weekend he actually got here Monday with his wife and kids. My sister came in with her kids. They're currently on board the Margaritaville Islander. They get back on Sunday, and then they get to spend Christmas here. So it's cool to be able to spend some Christmas with my niece and nephews and my siblings as well. So that's on the books for next week. So with all of that going on, this will most likely be the last live stream of 2024. I know, it's sad. Don't all cry at once. And I'll be honest, I would be okay if this is the last one. You never know. There might be a pop-up live stream in the future. Thanks for all the shout-outs on my Buc-ee's swag. I really feel festive and in the season, right? The season. And the back of the Buc-ee shirt says believe in the reason or something like that. Believe in the season. I should have read it before I put it on. Believe in the magic of Christmas. So for those of you who have not seen the Buc-ee's shirts this year, it's got a big old nutcracker on the back. I seen it. I had to have it. I made Chuck go to Buc-ee's to pick it up when he was out that way one day because the closest Buc-ee's to me is well over 2 hours away. January 12th on a back-to-back on the Celebration, the March on a TA out of Barcelona on the Spirit, and end of April on the Mediterranean on the Sun Princess. I become Diamond in July, boarding Celebration. Man, listen. Diamond is a goal. I think I'm only 75 days away from that goal. Take it off, woo. Listen, you got to throw some super chats if you want clothes to start coming off, man. That's just the way it goes. My dad always told me if you do something, you don't do it for free. So, bow, chicka, wow, wow. But I think I got 75 days left to hit Diamond after January. Or it's 75 days after March. One or the other. I know I'm closing in on it. I think I'm at like 120 some days right now. I don't usually keep track of the days, but as it gets closer to hitting Diamond, it makes me want to cruise a little bit more. And the reason it makes me want to cruise more is because I hit that high status, and then it's like, okay, well, what can I get now? I'm really not a big perk guy. Like, I'm all about the casino offers. So the more casino offers I get, the better. And I'll be honest, Carnival's casino offers are starting to go. But Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, they're climbing to the tippy top, man. I tell you right now, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity offers that I get are seeming to be a lot better than some of the Carnival offers I get. Now, I don't really get a lot of free play with those offers, but I get better itineraries and I get better, I'm not going to say ships, right? Because every ship's a great ship, but I get better itineraries. I get a lot more out of the Port of Tampa, Port Canaveral, Port Miami, things like that. But there's a lot more in Europe that is offered when it comes to Celebrity and Royal. So I definitely am liking those itineraries they're giving out. And most of those are 7 to 10 to 14 day itineraries. So it's really not bad to be able to go to Italy and cruise for a few $100, and then majority of the cost be tied up in flights and hotels. So if I can get the cruise for less than $500 for 7 to 10 days and sail around the Mediterranean, that is absolutely going to take the high pedestal on the list, right? So I live in Florida. The Caribbean's right in my backyard, so it's kind of hard to hop on a ship and continue to go to Cozumel when I got offers that are taking me halfway around the world to see some pretty epic stuff over in the mid. We have one 35 minutes away and never have been in it. Really? 35 minutes and never been into the bucket? I'd be broke. It'd be like the casino on a cruise ship. I'd probably be there more than I would ever have to be. Jenna in the house. What's going on? Horizon in September, Venezia in November, and that's it for 25. So your 25 is pretty full up already for the year, Lourdes. I live 5 minutes from Temple, Texas, Buc-ee's, and I go every so often. Yeah, I mean, listen, if I lived 5 minutes from Buc-ee's, I'd be there a lot more. If I lived 30 minutes from Buc-ee's, I'd be there a lot more. We're getting one in Ocala, which is still a little over an hour away. The closest one to me right now is Daytona Beach, and that's about 2 hours and 30 to 2 hours and 45 minutes, depending on the day. And every so often, I'll take a ride out there just for the Buc-ee's. But it's been a while. It's been a long time. I don't know, Mike. I'm still getting great offers from Carnival. I still get great offers. It's just the offers aren't coming with as much as they used to. So, like, right after the pandemic, right after the whole shutdown and all that, my offers would be always 1,000 or more in free play, drinks throughout the ship, suites every cruise. And then over time, you've seen them start dwindle down to where it's a balcony with 500 free play or an inside with 500 free play. Everything's just been getting a little less and less and less, but I still spend the same amount every time in the casino. So the more you spend, the better your offer should be, right? So with constantly spending more and the offers going down, when I'm spending the same in other cruise lines and them offers are going up, it's time to start moving around, right? Now, don't get me wrong. In the beginning, before I started all of this, I was a big loyal person. So my loyalty resided with Princess. It was never with a different cruise line. It was always Princess Cruises or no cruises at all. Once I started going other ways when it came to Carnival, then I went on Norwegian, then I went on Margaritaville, then Royal, Celebrity. Once you started going on more cruise lines and you started seeing more offers and things like that, it's hard to beat another cruise line when they're giving you better offers. So if I'm getting more offers with Royal and Celebrity, then I'm definitely going to take that offer over a Carnival offer that's only going to give me $200-$300 in free play. Do you remember the offer I got for 2K? I remember the offer you got. We're talking about offers I got, and I did not get one of those. Look at that. Martin with a super chat.
Awesome! Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. So that's to the goal. The goal is 15 super chats in 14 minutes. Now, it'll all be teal. So the teal super chats are $5 or more. And at the end, if we hit that goal, I'm going to take everyone's name that was in the live chat. I'm going to put it in a wheel, and then someone's going to win some free merch. Bam. Bam. A new shirt. Now, all of you that have bought shirts in the past, you know that every year, at the end of the year, I put out a discount code for all of the merch because starting in the new year, there's going to be new designs that come out. All the shirts that are currently on the website are going to be discounted starting tonight at midnight. They're going to be 10 to 15% off depending on the style of shirt or hoodie. And then 2025, they are all going to disappear. They are no longer going to be available for purchase. And all new swag will drop on the 2nd of January. So anything that you see on the site now is gone at the end of the year. December, what date is it set to come off? December 31st. And then the site will be black for the first day of the new year. And then the shirts and the hoodies and all of that stuff will drop for 2025 on January 2nd of this year. Do the shirts fit good on fat and tall? It's big and tall. And yes, they fit very good. They're some of the best quality shirts. All of my stuff is done through Bonfire. So they literally get the order, they print the order, they ship the order. Everything is 100% done through them. And I have hoodies and shirts, and they all fit great. Soft cotton, nothing that's like restricting and all of that stuff. So check it out. The link for the store is in the description, but if you're going to purchase anything, I suggest you wait until midnight because, again, it's all going to be on sale. And then the code for that will get dropped in the members only section on YouTube, the community section on YouTube, as well as the Facebook page. So if you're not in any of those, I suggest you get there because otherwise you're not going to get the promo code. I'm looking forward to getting up there in levels with cruise lines. Problem is I have a long way to go. So not only do you have a long way to go, but it's a lot harder, right? Because you don't have as many cruise lines that sail out of Australia that you have out of the States. So if you had more out of Australia, I think it would be a little bit easier to get that loyalty built up. Brent is in the house. What's going on, bro? Hope you're having a fantastic night. I'm actually looking forward to the Sun Princess in April and see how it goes with the future offers from them. So I love the Sun Princess. I'll be honest, that's one of my favorite ships. That is probably my favorite ship that I went on in 2024. And that's why I'm super stoked about the Alaska Group Cruise in 2026 because it'll be on the Star Princess, the sister ship to the Sun. So I know they learned a lot of things over the last 8, 10, 12 months with that ship, and they've shut a few things down, and they're not putting a few things on the Star Princess that are on the Sun Princess. But I believe it's going to be just a level above the current Sun Princess, right? So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting back on the Sun Princess before the Alaska Group Cruise, with it being out of Florida currently. I don't know if it's going to be before it goes back over to the Med or not, but it'll definitely be before the Sun Princess or the Star Princess sets sail for the United States. Buc-ee's is the best part of taking the drive to Florida from Missouri. So I try telling people that, right? Like, if y'all haven't stopped at Buc-ee's, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know why you haven't done it yet. I know you drove past it. I know you've seen what it is. I know you're like, oh my God, it's a truck stop with 5,000 gas pumps. Listen, once you get inside and you hear that fresh brisket on the block, and then you get yourself some jerky and a pop and some fudge and all this other stuff, you might leave broke. You might not have money left for your cruise, but you had a good time at Buc-ee's. And listen, that can all be done in 10 minutes. I'll be honest. You can blow $100 in 5 seconds walking in that door. Happy holidays to you as well, Kathy. Haley and I are in Celebrity Beyond May 11th to the 18th, and Royal sent me a free casino one for 4-night freedom for May 19th. So Haley and I will honeymoon in style and continue in an interior for a 4-night. Hey, side by side, why not? I'm already elite with Princess because of all of my P&O Australia cruises, but it will still take me ages to get to the next level. Yeah, so the good thing with Princess is elite's the highest level, right? Like you can't go any higher than that with Princess. And I'm hoping that between now and sometime in the very near future, like 60 days at max, Carnival starts doing some type of program like Royal Caribbean has with Celebrity and all of that, where they loyalty match across brands. Now, I know it was talked about in the beginning of 24 that there were some changes that were coming to the VIFP program. And I'm hoping that that's one of those things that happens in the very near future, because you have a lot of people that have sailed with Princess and hit that elite, and you have some people that sailed with Carnival and hit Diamond that would like to try other brands, but they're too scared to go somewhere else because of the loyalty status. The lines can be crazy in Buc-ee's. Yeah, the lines can be really long. Bluey meet and greets on Disney cruises out of New Zealand and Aussie in 2025. That'll be cool. That'll be pretty cool. Yeah, the lines to the bathroom are a little ridiculous at Buc-ee's, I'll be honest with you. But again, it's one of those places where I've never seen fancy artwork on the wall of a bathroom before. And the greatest thing is while you're doing the business, you can go, oh, that would look nice in my house. And then you just tell them, I want the one over the urinal. That's the one I want. And you can just buy the artwork right off the wall. I really hope Carnival does that. That's a big thing that I think would benefit Carnival a lot. And I'm a big advocate for the Princess Medallion technology. I don't know how many times I've said this. I've talked about it numerous times. they need to get on board with that medallion technology. That is one piece of technology that I believe should be on every single cruise ship. The way it works is absolutely flawless. I'm actually only platinum. So you're platinum right now with Princess? I can check. Like, I don't know why. I could just go in and check. If Carnival does something, they better grandfather me in. It would be horrible that I get downgraded before July. So I don't think you would get downgraded, right? Like, you're going to stay at the status you're at now. So you're not going to go down any. But what I'm talking about is them making it to where it can go across all brands, right? So even if, because you've never sailed on Princess before, so even if you were platinum right now with Carnival, when you went on that cruise on Princess, you would be platinum with Princess, which means the next level is elite. And the good thing with Princess is it's different than the way Carnival works it, right? So after your 15th cruise with Princess, it doesn't matter if it's a 2-day cruise, doesn't matter if it's a 7-day cruise. After your 15th cruise is when you hit that elite status. So when you're 16th sailing, that's when you'll hit your elite status. So depending on the itineraries you take or things like that, you would get to that elite status relatively quick. So if you transitioned over to Princess as platinum, it wouldn't take you very long to hit that elite tier. Am I cooking for Christmas? No. So I have to work Christmas Eve. So my brother and his wife are going to be doing the cooking. I'll be at work. And everyone's going to do Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. Like a level between diamond and platinum. If they do add more tiers, I think that'll cause a little bit more of a hiccup and a scuttlebuttle than them just doing like a loyalty match. Now I can see them adding another tier in between, as long as they did something like the loyalty match program, right? So if they added another tier in between, it wouldn't be a bad thing, as long as they don't raise the amount of days and they continue to add on to a loyalty match, right? So if you're going to keep it at the 200 days to hit diamond, and then from day, I don't know, say 125 to 200, you add sapphire. Something like that, I would see being okay. I don't really think they're going to increase the number of days. Status matching for those not in your system is great for those people, but can be seen as a slap in the face for those who are already status with you. So, right. Now, again, if you're status matching across multiple brands that aren't under your corporation umbrella, I can understand where that is going to be problematic. But if you're status matching with your own brands that fall under your own umbrella, I don't consider that as slap in the face as much as anything. I consider that smart business, if you ask me, because at the end of the day, cruise lines want to continue to put a bunch of people on their ships. It doesn't matter whether you've sailed them 100 times. It doesn't matter if you sailed them 0 times. The goal is to fill out as many cabins as possible. And I believe with cruise lines like P&O, Princess, Carnival, if they offered a status match program, you'd have a lot more people that are in the States that would fly over to Europe and try P&O, or Australia and try P&O. You have a lot more people that are in Australia that would fly to the States to try more Carnival or more AIDA. There's so many different cruise lines under that Carnival Corporation umbrella that people would venture off to try if their status matched that cruise line. You have people that want to try these cruise lines but won't because they don't have no perks of being able to get a better rate or get an offer or even something like that, right? Now, when I talk about the cruise line status matching, no cruise lines are status matching and giving you offers. The only cruise line that's currently matching offers for anybody right now is Margaritaville at Sea. So if you go to Margaritaville at Sea and you say, hey, listen, I have this land-based casino, this is my status there. I have Carnival Cruise Line, this is my status there. And you talk about your different statuses, They definitely will match your status with the land-based casinos as well as the cruise line casinos and give you a great deal to get on their ships. When I status matched with Royal, from Royal to Celebrity within the same brand, I started at the bottom and paid regular price to get in a cabin and then started going to the casino, and then that's how my offers continued to grow and come in. They didn't match anything that Royal was giving me perk-wise when it came to money off or discounted cruising or anything like that. So the status match is just to give you that bump in loyalty. Maybe the loyalty perks that come along with it, like free internet for 80 minutes per cruise or free laundry, things like that, to make you want to try another cruise line under the same corporation umbrella. Controversial cruising in the house. What's going on, Scott? Don't feel bad working at Sunny's Christmas Eve and Wawa Christmas Day. You got to make that cruise money, Lourdes. They need a level after Diamond. I think that would be a good one. Like, if you get past Diamond, then have another level. Like, what would be... See, it's tough when you talk about it because cruise lines pick those things, right? And Diamond is the hardest stone. So, what would be better than Diamond? Because, like, Ruby with Princess was never there. Ruby was never a color option. And then they added that in between. Maybe not a match for match status, but def offer some benefit to other cruise line peoples. Highest level with Cunard next to the highest level from Carnival will be like what? So, I don't know what Cunard's highest level is. But like if you take Carnival's Diamond and Princess's Elite, right? Like the way Princess has it planned out is after your 15th cruise. So if you count up the days and you take 2-day cruises or 3-day cruises or 5-day cruises, your days at sea are way less with Princess at the highest status than they would be with Carnival at the highest status, right? You need 200 days at sea with Carnival for the highest status of Diamond. You need a fraction of that to be at Princess's highest tier, and the perks are pretty much the same. So you're really not getting a ton of different options when it comes to the perks of things. Free laundry, free dry cleaning, a little bit of free internet or discounted internet, things like that. It's not like you're getting, all this extra stuff. If you get a little time, I'd like to get some information on the Alaska group cruise. Are you available to talk tomorrow, Brent? Tomorrow or Monday? MSC used to status match from other cruise lines to prove your point, to endorse other cruisers to try them. Yeah, so MSC was one of them, and I don't know if they do it anymore. They used to do it, and I matched my status with MSC. But the good thing with MSC is MSC matches, at the time, they matched cruise lines, and they also matched credit card brands, hotel brands. So if you had like a Hyatt credit card with a Hyatt, Explorist, you'd be able to match there. Hilton, Marriott, things like that. American Express. So MSC took it a step further than just cruise line status matched. They took your status from any land-based hotel, any credit card company where you had loyalty for like Diners Club, highest level of Diners Club. They took all of that status and they matched that as well, and they compared it to their brands, and then they took that, and that's where they put you at with your status. Now, with them, it's a little different. They don't base it off of just the status. They base it off your status and how many days you're going to be with them. So when I did my status match from Princess as Elite, I was only gold with MSC. It costs way more to get status with Cunard, I assume. It really depends, right? Like, a lot of people think Cunard is this hoity-toity, expensive cruise line, but you can actually get a 7-day cruise on Cunard for less than $1,000. Like, it's really relatively inexpensive depending on the time of year, where you go, and when you go. Free laundry is nice. Free laundry is always nice. Disney created something above their highest pearl, something odd. The Alaska cruise will be my 10th cruise with Princess, P&O, or Princess, so it won't be too far off Elite, I guess. Yeah, that's not too far. Like, I mean, you're there, right? So, like, Princess does the cruises They also do the days, so depending on how long the cruises are, I know you do some pretty long ones to like Japan and all that. So depending on the amount of cruise days you have, that could also get you to the higher status faster. It just really depends, right? So it's like one or the other. Depending on the amount of days you have versus the amount of cruises you have, it would really depend on which one it is that would get you to that match. You know, I've never sailed Princess. Princess Casino matched my Royal Casino and let me choose any ship to sail in the balcony. 2025 is busy for me, so I couldn't take advantage. So here's the thing, right? Not a lot of people know that. And the reason a lot of people don't know that is because that is very new. That is a new program that Princess is rolling out. They're only doing certain things, and it's only certain ships and certain sailings. Now, there are a few cruise lines that, don't quote me, I'm not 100% on this, but when I was on the Sun Princess, I was told that that was the very first casino that was ran by a third-party company. That wasn't ran by Princess. So it was another company that owned the casino entity on board the ship. Now, this came from the host of the casino directly. So they're trying out a few different things. Now, I know I've done some research over the last few months because Lourdes reached out to me and told me they matched hers. And I was like, well, hey, you know, y'all need to check my offers. And that's where I got that information. They're trying out some beta testing on a few things to get some people into the casino, right? Because Princess has always been recognized as that older demographic cruise line, right? And in all reality, it's not. It's the same thing that people say about Holland America. It's an older demographic cruise line. And if you ask a lot of people that are in their 20s and 30s, I know a ton of people that are in their early 30s that only sail Holland America. It's just like every other cruise ship. Even Carnival, when people ask me all the time, is Carnival a party ship? No, I won't say Carnival's a party ship because it's not. There is a party. You can find a party anywhere you go, but you can also find your quiet space. You can also find your relaxation zones. It's not just a constant party. And that's the way a lot of people make it out to seem, is Carnival's this big old floating party 7 days a week, 365 days a year, when in all reality, it's not. There's just a lot more parties that happen on Carnival ships than on other ships. And it's just like every other cruise line, right? You find the party, you find the quiet zone, you find the relaxation area. It's just like every other cruise ship. Me personally, I love the piano bar. I'll go to the piano bar, and that's my party. And then I go to the casino and listen to the machines yell at me. Cunard might have cheaper sailings, but I need to factor in the price of the tuxedo. So it's funny, right? Like, that's my whole thing, and that's one reason why I haven't tried Cunard yet, because I don't want to have to get dressy every day of the cruise. And I had a few people tell me, like, listen, we've done Cunard. You don't have to get dressy. But if you want to go to the dining room, you have to get dressed up. And I'm like, listen, I really don't want to do all that. Now, is it something that's going to happen in the near future? Absolutely, because with being a travel agent, Cunard, Princess, all of them offer me a free cruise after completing all of the courses and all of that stuff. So I'll eventually sail with Cunard, whether it's through the graduation process of the classes I take online, or it's me booking. Eventually, it's going to happen. My loyal to one brand no longer exists. I'm out here trying to get on every single cruise line, every single cruise ship that's possible. So eventually, Cunard is going to be on that list. I thought it was going to be on the list for 24, to be honest, but that didn't happen. And I looked to make it on the list for 25, but it's like 4 days too early for when I would actually have to leave. They even let me pick the Sun Princess. Yeah, they're going to let you pick that ship, man. That ship is going to be one of the ships they're going to let anybody get on. At the end of the day, it's really not like Royal, right? Like, Royal wants to keep those newer, better ships, like, more hush-hush. Princess really wants you to get on that ship because that's going to be the next 3, 4, 5 ships that come out. So the more people that get on that ship and enjoy it, the more people they know they're going to have coming back as returning customers. With the Sun Princess, I got a Match Plus, so getting the penthouse suite and their upgraded services for free. So that was terrific. Yeah, Lourdes, I'm a little jelly. there is some company out there that is working on status match casino deals across different cruise lines. Yeah, and there's a lot of them that are doing that, right? Like there's a lot of companies now that are realizing that the more they status match in the casinos, the more they will be getting more people in, right? So I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think status matching across casino brands to be able to bring people into a new cruise brand is a bad idea. But I also think they need to work on the regular loyalty status match program for those of you who don't test the fates. Doing 2 HOW cruises next year. I want to get on one. I actually want to do HOW in America and Alaska as well. You might be talking about Your Compt. Your Compt is one of them. That it's a great website, but sometimes it's not the greatest. So just always make sure you check things and all of that. But at the end of the day, like if you look at the way Margaritaville is doing it, I think they're doing it the right way. All you do is reach out to the cruise line and bam, boom, you're on the ship. And that's the way it is. I've done 2 Margaritavilles this year, and full price was never paid for either one. And it wasn't just based off the channel or anything like that. It was due to the play in casino when it comes to Carnival and Royal Caribbean, the Hard Rock here on land, and, Princess. No, I need to start. A lot of people, let's not say a lot of people. In the morning, there's a show that I watch every single day from 8 to 8:30. It's called See Me Traveling with Kurt and Marcia. There are some great friends from Virginia. And the last cruise they went on, they finally listened to my advice. They listened to how I bet. I told them how to play. I told them what to do. And lo and behold, excuse me, lo and behold, Marcia walked out of the casino very victorious. One night she had over $8,000 hand pay. And then the other day, Kurt went to the opening of the new Caesars casino there in Virginia, and he had himself a very first hand pay for over $1,700. And I don't tell people what not to do. What I tell you is what I do. If I tell you to go do this, that is something I physically sit down and do every single cruise or every single time I'm in a casino, right? And the one question I get asked a lot is, how much money do I need to take to be able to get offers? And that question is so wide open. It's not one of those, okay, we'll take $500 with you and you'll start getting this. No. In all reality, what you need to take with you is what you can afford to lose. You have to give yourself a window and go, okay, well, this is my bankroll and this is what I could play every day. If I want to play every day of the cruise, then this is how much I have in that bankroll for my daily expense. Now, when you're smart, if you take a bankroll of, say, $1,000 for a 7-day cruise, you play 5 days in the casino, that's $200 per day. Okay? If you take that $200 and you go sit down at a slot machine, here's what I tell you to do. $5 bet, $1 denomination. Don't change it. Don't do anything. Just sit in the seat and push the button at that $1 denomination, that $5 bet. If you don't want to gamble for 5 days, you only want to gamble for 3, you just made your daily bankroll a little bit bigger. But at the end of the day, you're going to feed the machine the same $1,000 at the same denomination at the same bet. And I'll tell you, you need to play on Dragon Link. Dragon Link, Dragon Train, those are my favorites. Lock and Links, things like that. Those machines are the ones that always pay me good. Those are the ones that I always get hand pays on. Those are the ones that I faithfully will sit at every single day of my cruise. It doesn't matter what else is open. I don't play Huff and Puff. I don't have time for all of that. I like Dragon Link. I like Dragon Train. I like All Aboard. And every machine, it doesn't matter what machine I sit down at, my denomination is always going to be $1, and my bet is always going to be $5 per spin. Here's where I break it down and it makes a little bit more sense. So if I'm spinning one time at $5, or I'm sitting down at a blackjack table for one hand, it's $25. So by the time I play one hand of blackjack at the table minimum with side bets or double downs or splits or things like that, I'm betting $25 per hand. Well, I'm getting 5 chances at that $25 on a slot machine. Now, that's okay if you want to win money, but if your goal is to earn points and earn offers, you're earning more points by that 5 spins on the slot machine than that one single hand of blackjack. It's all done by time. If you sit down and you play at the slot machine for 45 minutes, you're going to earn more points and time in the seat on a slot machine than you will at a table for 2 hours, 3 hours, or even a whole night. Now, I'm not saying I don't throw some hot dice. I love throwing me some hot dice. But for the sake of offers and things like that, the time spent on the slot machine and the money spent on the slot machine is well worth it. Slot machines go up, they go down. So you put $200 in, you get up to 4, you play it down to 2, you get it back up to 5, you play it down to 2, you get it back up to 8, you play it down to 0. You just fed like $6,000 through that machine in the course of only losing $200. Your points continue to rise the whole time, and it's well worth it. That's my theory. That's not even a theory. That's what I do. So when people ask me, like, okay, well, what should I do? Here it is. $1 denomination, $5 bet, Dragon Links, Dragon Trains, all aboard, Lock-in Links, things like that. I love the little mini bonuses inside of those games. They always seem to treat me well, and I have no complaints. Now, if you got money, hey, you got money. If you got a little bit of money, hey, you still got money. You just got to be smart. Take it in. When you hit up, if you want to leave, leave. There's always tomorrow. Don't sit there and feed it all back to the machine. If you get up 4 or 5 grand, take your money and run. 100% Mike, that's what my dad always told me. Only ever bet what you're prepared to lose. Right, now I'm not saying that there hasn't been times I went to the casino and lost a lot more than I was prepared to lose. It's absolutely happened. But I've never lost more than what I couldn't afford to lose, right? Like, I didn't lose my house. I didn't put any of this up there or do any of that. My grandpa told me to cash out as soon as I hit more than what I originally put in and then walk away. So it really depends, right? Like, Lourdes has this trick. Lourdes will put $200 in the machine, and anytime she gets over 200, she cashes out. She'll put $200 back in. If she hits for $8 and she goes up to 208, she'll cash out. So everyone has their own little thing, right? Like me, I don't really cash out unless the machine starts going a little cold. Then I'll cash out. I'll pull my card out. I'll let it sit for a second. I'll put it back in. I'll start playing again. I don't really cash out. If I put 500 into the machine, there's only 2 options here. And these are my options. Don't listen to me. Don't at this point, don't listen to me. This is what I'm telling you my options are. There's 2 options when I put $500 in the machine. It's either I take it through the roof or I bury it in the ground. I'm not cashing out and walking away with $500. I expected to lose that $500. I'm going to lose that $500 because at the end of the day, I know the amount of points that I'm getting from that $500 is going to come back to me tenfold, right? If you lose $10,000 in the casino, you cruise once a year. Let's just, for jokes and giggles and all of that, right? Say you go on one cruise a year, you put $5,000 for your casino bank, and you lose every single penny of that $5,000. But your cruise cost you, I don't know, let's say you went to Alaska and you splurged and you got a suite. Let's say your cruise cost you 10 grand. You're now $15,000 in the hole between your cruise and your casino play, and you're out all of it, right? Well, once you get home, before you even get home, you're going to get what's called a bounce back offer in your room, which is going to be for, at that point, I'd say at least a free suite with drinks throughout the whole ship. And if you go home, you're going to start getting offers sent to your email within 24 hours to 48 hours from the time you get home. So even though you lost $5,000 in the casino, your next cruise to Alaska in a suite is only costing you port fees and taxes plus a deposit of $100 per person. So Alaska's expensive when it comes to port fees and taxes. You're looking at $800 total plus $200 for your deposit. So you're looking at $1,000 in that same cabin you just spent $10,000 on the same year you lost $5 in the casino. So it really depends on what your outcome is going to be. So me, when I go into the casino with $5, my two options are either take it through the roof and I take the casino for everything, or I bury it in the ground. 9 times out of 10. There's always that one chance on a rare occasion I'll get up and I'll walk away because I'm just not feeling the casino. And that's way before I get to the $500, right? I'll play through 100 and I'll just be like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'll get up and I'll walk away and I'll come back later. There's days it happens. There's days I'm in the casino for too many hours. There's days I'm in the casino for a half hour. There's days I go to the casino and I just watch Lourdes play, or I watch Chuck play, or Scott will play $40. I don't always play when I'm in the casino. I have to feel that moment. And there's a lot of times where I feel the moment, and there's a lot of times where I don't. And then Chuck will tell me, he'll be like, yo, bro, you know they're just making you chase the bonus. And I'm like, no, dude, it's going to hit. He'll be like, all right, well, we need to leave. And I'll be like, give me 5 minutes. And within that 5 minutes, bang, I done smacked me a $3,000 hand pay. And I'm like, now I can leave. I told you I was getting ready to pay out. I just have a feeling. Everyone gets those feelings in their stomach. It just depends on how you feel. I hope we get an invite to Mike's house to dig some holes in the garden. One day we'll all be out in the yard with some shovels digging holes to bury the money from the casino. That's the thing, right? Like I said, it's all adult entertainment. You have to be an adult and know when you hit your limit. Me, I enjoy myself. I have fun, and I get the good offers with it, right? And that's how I'm able to cruise relatively cheap. So when people ask me all the time, how do you cruise so often? Well, I cruise because I get great offers from playing in the casino. Martin needs 1,000 points on the Harmony to move up so you can get better offers. What are you at now? How many points you have for Royal right now? I hit, what is it? I think it's called Prime. Prime's like the big thing with Royal. You hit that. I hit that on my first 3 days of Utopia. I hit the Prime. I think it's 25,000 points. That was a pretty quick hit there. I like the way you think. My favorite is Dollar Storm. Dollar Storm's another good one, right? Dollar Storm's another good game to play. It's a lock and link feature. 6 poker chips, bang, you're locking and linking. 3 gold cases, you're locking and linking, or depending on what other, ones they have, Sahara Desert one or whatever it is. I feel a sneeze coming on. Excuse me. Definitely felt that one coming. I totally would cash out at $208 and get a small Starbucks. On the Glory, that's what Lourdes was doing. Every time she went over a certain number, she cashed out. She went up, she cashed out. She went up, she cashed out. She went up, she cashed out. I think I would get too frustrated doing that. Especially if you're on a roll, right? If I just hit 3 hands in a row for $20, $30, I would not want to cash out. I'm on a roll. I want to keep going. $70 hit and cashes out. That's Scott. Scott will hit for $5 and he'll be like, all right, I'm done. I'm up. I'm out. I should go gold prospecting in Australia. I would. That's not. I would definitely go gold prospecting. 1,500 LOL, so nothing. I did it in 3 days and I stopped. I didn't realize offers would come. Right, so get yourself to Prime, man. Once you get the Prime, you're gonna start getting some banging offers. My wife plays any games with the Egyptian themes. Okay, so Cleopatra or anything like that. And again, it's to each his own, right? I like the simple games that have the simple features. I don't want to play a bunch of crazy games that have crazy features. Now, there are some games I'll play if I feel like going up in my bet, higher denomination bets. So, I like to play Dancing Drums, and I'll play that on max bet at $8.80. And then I like to play the Firecracker. But again, they're only games I like to play when I'm feeling the mood to betting bigger, right? So if I want to bet big, I can still bet big on Golden Century or Genghis Khan, things like that. So I can always go up to $25 a spin or $250 a spin if I wanted to go that crazy, which I never do. You'll never see me bet $250 a spin. That's just a little insane. I don't have money like that. $25, you might see me hit it once or twice, but you really won't see me go much higher than $7.50 to $15 on that type of machine. And even if I'm hitting 15, it's only going to be 3, 4, 5 times at the most. Prime seems achievable in Utopia on the 4-night, but I feel like it would take a lot of loss. Too short to play that long. Need to play some bigger bets. So that's how I hit it, actually. So I hit it on Utopia of the Seas, and the first night I was in the casino with Tony B. I think I hit for like an $800 spin, and then a $900 spin, and then it was like $1,100 spin. So the first night I got up there, my bankroll got up there pretty quick. And then I started giving it back slowly but surely. But I was in the high limit area, so I was betting on the higher machines. And when I found out that free drinks started at Prime, I was like, okay, so I need to hit Prime. And then it was the last night of the cruise. Or the night before the last night of the cruise, second to last night. And I think I only needed like 1,200 points. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to hit Prime so I can start my next cruise already at Prime, because with Royal Caribbean, the way they do it, once you hit Prime, you're Prime for the whole year. So when you get on a cruise 6 months after hitting Prime, your drinks are free. Your drinks are already free. You go to the casino, you got the Prime sticker on your card, your drinks are already free at that point, or it's loaded onto your card already. Who's hitting hand pays on Koi Koi at 5 in the morning? Lourdes or Chuck is, because I'm sleeping at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's my plan. Get them points to Prime. Yeah, man, get them Prime points. Once you get them Prime points, man, it starts paying for itself, right? Because no matter how many cruises you go on throughout the year, things like that, you're good for the whole year. Your drinks are free in the casino for the whole year. And right now, I believe Prime is good until April of 2026 if you hit it now. So it's actually a little over a year. I think it's like 18 months or something like that. They were telling me on the Utopia. So don't quote me on it. I really don't remember. I wasn't recording or anything like that. But I know it was like 18 months that I have Prime for. I also like the Mummy game. The Mummy games are all right. The one with the mummy chest. The Train or Buffalo is my favorite in the casino. I used to like playing Buffalo, but the problem is Buffalo is so played out at the point to where they have 500 different Buffalo machines. I get confused. It's not classic Buffalo anymore. It's all this crazy stuff. Nah. Give me the classic Buffalo and I'll play it for a little bit, but all that crazy stuff, I have no idea anymore. I'm up at 6 a.m. hitting for the specialty coffee and to the casino when it's empty. What about the Vanna White Wheel of Fortune slots? Are you talking about the 3D one? That one's a fun slot machine to play. Wheel of Fortune's a good one. I don't mind playing that. But the problem is I like to play the gold wheel. And the gold, even the regular Wheel of Fortune, you have to bet higher to be able to get the better bonuses, right? So that's the whole trick. The higher the bet, the better the bonus, the better the payout is going to be ultimately. But I get a little frustrated because they always like to tease you 1, 2, and then they don't give you the third one. Or it's not on the first reel, second reel, third reel. I just get a little frustrated with that. And then I like old school Top Dollar. Like Top Dollar is another one I'll play around with. Pinball's another one I'll play around with. But if you come to the casino and you see me in the casino 9 times out of 10, you're going to see me sitting at a lock and link. Dragon Train, or the All Aboard. That's the one. All Aboard's a fun one. Riley Creative Travel in the house. What's going on, Blaine? Hope you and Mallory are having a great night. who are the people you listen to every day, the ones that you gave casino advice to. So every morning at 8 a.m. to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, you can catch See Me Traveling. It's Kurt and Marcia. They're some friends from Virginia. They're a smaller channel. They just go live daily. It's just a way I start my morning every day. Help them out over there and just enjoy it. He actually went live the other day from the grand opening of the Caesars Casino, and he hit a hand pay while he was live. So if you want to check him out, let me see here. See Me Traveling. I will drop the link to their channel, so that way you can go show Kurt some love. That's the link for See Me Traveling. It's Kurt and Marcia. They're awesome people. They live in Virginia. Kurt's originally from West Virginia, and they're great friends, man. Always try and see them when they're down here, or if I'm up there for any reason. Definitely try to connect with them, but I don't see myself being in Virginia anytime soon. But that's who I talk to every morning. They're great people. Cruise News is good too. Yeah. Doug Parker is always a great guy to watch in the morning too. If you want to catch up on some quick cruise news, usually about 3-minute long videos. He's got some really good stuff. But Kurt and Marcia, they just go live every morning. Just one of those things they do every day. I think Kurt wouldn't be. I think Kurt, he needs to go live every day. I think he'd be lost if he didn't go live every day. But that's it, y'all. And y'all know, if you got any questions, you can always go over to the community tab and just ask me questions. I respond to all comments. Shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. We'll get the cruise with them in April. Yeah, they're going to be on the World America. There's going to be a lot of creators on that ship. That's why, Will G, my hands are still like this, right? I don't know. I was supposed to be on that cruise, and then I made some plan adjustments and some changes because I was going to head over to Alaska. I was going to head over to Australia in April on board the Carnival Luminosa into a Trans-Pacific back from Australia to Alaska. And then that got switched around and some things got changed due to some unforeseen circumstances, so that's not happening. And then 2026, we got a big group cruise. I didn't even play the video yet. Y'all, I've not even played the video. Oh, Chuck Spencer's in the house. Look at that. I should play the video to welcome Chuck into the chat. What's up, Chucky boy? Because Chuck showed up in the chat, and it was just meant to be. It was just meant to be, y'all. That's it. It's 11 o'clock at night. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Martin, we're doing the inaugural out of Miami. I'm definitely going to let you know when I'm in Galveston, dude, so that way we can connect and all of that stuff. And all of that fun jazz. But listen, y'all, it's 11 o'clock. It is literally 5 days before Christmas, the big day. I hope every one of you that celebrates Christmas, you have an amazing Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa, all of the fun stuff. I hope you have an amazing holiday season. If there is no live next week, I will see you next year in 2025. I appreciate all of your support from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate it. I hope all of you got your holiday cards. If you sent me your address, you should get them very soon if you haven't already. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace. Don't be on Santa's naughty list. There's only room for me on there.